Hey, 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 good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is Grace Collingwood. I am a wife, a mother of three awesome children, a registered nurse, and the CEO of Healthy Wealthy Mama. What I do is that I teach queens holistic health through nutrition and training of the mind and body. Okay. Yeah, so today's topic, what are you hungry for? Guys, you gotta be hungry. Like Les Brown would say, you gotta be hungry. You gotta be hungry. Alright? You gotta be hungry for something. You can't just wake up every day and the day just go by without you really setting some goals before you. You've gotta be hungry. All right. As I share, please, when you join me, please come share and comments shared when you share, and I'll give you a shout out. You gotta be hungry for something. Please be hungry. All right. If you're watching me live, comment 1. If this is a replay, comment 2. All right. If you're just joining me and you have no clue who I am, if this is your first time of seeing me on Facebook, my name is Grace Collingwood and I love what I do. All right. So, today I'm going to talk about what are you hungry for? And first of all, because I'm a health and wellness coach and I'm always talking about staying healthy, eating healthy and whatever. Today I'm not talking about food, okay? So hunger today is nothing to do with food. It's nothing to do with food, okay? All right, let's stay focused. So, let me tell you something about myself. If you have not realized by now, I've got this temperament called sanguine. So if you know the 4 temperaments, 2 are people who are introverts and 2 are people who are extroverts. All right. The introverted people are the phlegmatic and the melancholic personalities, and the extroverts are the sanguine and choleric. Yeah, I believe sanguine and choleric. So I am on the sanguine side. For the sanguine people, we are jokers. We are those ones who make people just laugh all the time. And if you've known me since infancy, I've always been like that. We are optimistic. We see the positive in everything. Everybody is saying this will not work. And sanguine will be like, yes, it will work. And they will prove it that yes, it will work. I'm a sanguine. And the downside to a sanguine is that because we are comedians, we want people to laugh all the time. We want to please people. And then one thing with that is if you don't take care, that will get to you. We are humans. And when you're a type that's always pleasing and pleasing and pleasing and pleasing, it will take a toll on you. I remember when I was a kid, in the neighborhood that we used to live, if you know Kumasi very well, we used to live in Denyame. Actually, my dad's house is still there. When we go to Ghana, that's where we stay as a family in Denyame. And if you know where Denyame is, this is a neighborhood where in the olden days, in the colonial days, that was where the British diplomats used to live. So they've got these bungalows and these trees or fruits that are exotic fruits that are not really very common in most Ghanaian neighborhoods. Certain guavas, the guavas in that neighborhood were like really big. Cashew nut, walnuts. Was it walnuts? I can't even remember. Certain mangoes, we call them abrofo mango. If you know that, they were like, even when they were ripe, they were still green. We had papaya or pawpaw, several wonderful, wonderful fruits in my neighborhood. And we love to eat them, especially mango. When mango season came, myself and my friends, we would just go and I would be the one climbing these trees, plucking down these mangoes. Paw, papaya. I don't know how I climbed a papaya tree, but when I set my mind to something, I will do it. And thankfully, those days you never used to wear shorts, and thankfully all my friends were girls, so I was safe. Okay, I could climb these trees and then pluck down cashew nuts. We would eat, and I remember these. I don't know if those were cashew nuts, but that's what we called them. You would use a stone to hit on it so hard until it opened, and then you took out the seed to eat. And even on the outside, you were also able to eat it, and it was so sweet. And I remember that usually after church is when I would pluck down these cashew nuts, and I would be doing that, and the fluid in that cashew nut mixed with the stone hidden on it and the dirt would splatter in my church dress so often that my church dress was always stained. I remember this from childhood. So that's who I've always been. I've always been the person who would get things and give until I grew up. And then I didn't realize that this was affecting me. Even with my background as a health and wellness coach. I remember when I started with just selling the weight loss products, people would call me, whether in the middle of the night or whatever, because I know people in the UK and in Ghana, and over there, they are like 5 hours ahead of us. So sometimes people don't realize that in the US, we're 5 hours behind them, and they don't calculate the time. So they just call you anytime. But I would still pick up these phone calls and explain to them what the products does. And I used to go to a radio station every Friday, even though I was doing my master's at the time. I was pregnant with my third child. I was still going to a radio station to do health education for free, because I am so passionate about people staying healthy. Because when you're healthy, that's when you can make the wealth. That's why my company is called Healthy Wealthy Mama. I'm helping women to stay healthy and also wealthy. So that's my passion has always been helping women, or my hunger. What makes me hungry is to help people stay healthy and also wealthy. But it was pushing me into a place of doing so much. I'm human. After a while, it was just a matter of time. I was just going to be burnt out. Until about last year, when my coach was like, Grace, listen, you have to prioritize. You have to know which things to charge, because you're giving your knowledge, something that you've learned. You're a registered nurse. You've got this background. You know what foods that people have to eat to stay healthy. They don't have to go on any diet. They just have to eat healthy, something that they can do for all their lives. You've got this. You don't have to please everybody. That was when only last year, and I'm going to be 44 this year. So maybe I started being, saying always yes, maybe when I was about maybe 3 years. So if you take out 3 years from 44, it's going to be 41. So for the past 41 years or 40 years, I've been saying yes, yes, yes to everything just because I want to please people. But then, because that's what makes me hungry, that's my passion, I had to step back and realize that I cannot do it all. What do you have that makes you feel that you have to get up? Do you have something that drives you, that pushes you to do something? What is it? Especially I'm talking to the woman, because the women, because I'm a woman. And especially I'm talking to immigrant women, because I'm an immigrant woman. I'm in the United States. I'm not from the United States. I was born in Ghana, born and bred in Ghana. So I've I mean, whatever you may say, people are like, well, you're, people who become U.S. citizens or UK citizens, when they're immigrants, think that now they're from that country. Masa, you are not too. Where you come from is where you are from. So for me, I am Ghanaian. I'm an immigrant. I'm a woman in my 40s. So this is the sort of the community that I attract, to let them know that, listen, there has to be something that makes you hungry. What are you hungry for? What are you hungry for? You have to answer that question for yourself. I've answered that for myself. For me, it's to help women, and I call them queens because women are queens. Whether you believe it or not, look at human beings. Every human being was brought into this world by a woman. So that's how precious we are. We are queens. So I teach queens how to stay healthy and also how to make wealth wherever you are. Don't give yourself excuses. Doesn't matter where you are. Doesn't matter where you are. It's your mindset. Does not matter where you are. I've seen instances where people, I've known a young, this very, my childhood friend who, when I was traveling, she only was doing, I think, hair also. Now she's opened several shops. She's got, a track that runs for her, a truck, the track that runs for her. She's built a house in Ghana. And I've got people who traveled abroad thinking that maybe traveling will make things better, and they are still paying student loans and they're living in apartments. So it's the mindset. It's the mindset. You can be successful wherever you are. You have to choose what makes you hungry, what drives you, what pushes you, what makes you wake up. Listen, this morning, I went to bed around what time? Around 6, was it? I forgot that I had to do a live video. And I went to bed at 6. And I guess, no, it wasn't at 6. I think 4 a.m. Because I remember very clearly that the alarm went off. And I'm sure I just turned it off and just went back to sleep. And when I woke up, it was at 8:30. I was like, what? Oh my goodness. I was running. Oh, no. That's my passion. And you know why I've been staying up for so long? I was sorting things out. Concerning my business. I've got a new client that I have to talk to, and I have to, usually when you sign up for my coaching, there's a questionnaire that you have to fill out. And I was looking at the things that she's filled out so that when we meet, we can talk about it. You know, those are the things that pushes me, drives me. This week alone, do you know how many deaths on Facebook, how many deaths I've counted up until yesterday, last night? 21 people. Ghanaians. 21 people in 7 days. This is what pushes me. This is what makes me even more hungry to even pay for more information to learn about how to make this community, to make the people that I try to help, how to make my coaching successful to them, meaningful to them. So I have to pay for my own coaching. I have to pay for materials that will help me. I have to read. I have to listen to financial coaches so I can also coach people as to how they can put together what they some money. And yesterday I was talking to one of my my nursing school instructors, and I've kept our relationship for, I think when I was in that nursing school, I think it was in 2008 or 2009, and I've kept the communication between myself and her, and I always love to talk to her, to just call her. And isn't it awesome to be able to have that wonderful rapport with your nursing instructor? That's awesome. And I was talking to her, and she said, Grace, this world have to embrace the fact that wealth is shifting. Wealth previously used to be for only men, and that was it. But now wealth has shifted, So much that there are more women millionaires, billionaires, multiple figure millionaires. Now wealth has shifted so drastically that people who are not seeing that shift are going to struggle to see. And even now, even kids are becoming millionaires. It never happened. It never used to happen. How on earth does a 19-year-old become a millionaire without being on drugs or doing anything regarding drugs? Genuine money, online businesses, network marketing that people are downplaying it and demonizing it. Wealth has shifted in the recent years. So if you're sitting down and still giving yourself excuses as to, oh, well, she's wealthy because in Ghana, people are like, oh, well, she's in politics. That's why she's wealthy. Oh, well, she used to work for the NDC government. That's why she's wealthy. Oh, well, she's got some links. That's why she's wealthy. Oh, well, she's in America. That's why she's wealthy. Oh, she's a registered nurse. And we always shift instead of taking on responsibility and believing in ourselves that we can make it, we can also be wealthy. We are always making it seem that it's because of something. And for some people, they're like, oh, well, they have some kind of juju or some kind of spiritual powers that's making them wealthy. No, they're hardworking and they know where to get these wealth from. People know. Guys, if you're getting value from this, comment 1. If you're watching me live, comment 1. If this is a replay, comment 2. And if you're getting some value, comment, put some hearts and some likes up, okay? All right. So in this generation, wealth has been shifted big time. And even kids are making it. Kids are becoming millionaires, have become millionaires in our generation. Women have become millionaires in our generation. And previously, it never was so. It was never so. Okay? It was never so. And I'm encouraging you that you can become a millionaire too. You can become a millionaire too. What? But you have to figure out what you are hungry for. That's another thing with my coaching. When I'm coaching people, I show them how to figure out what they are hungry for. And like I said, if people are not aware of the shift and they're still struggling and they're thinking that domination or they're still thinking that wealth has to be for a certain kind of people, you will be left behind, okay? You will be left behind. In this day and age, I've seen that people, even previously, it was the women who were looking for rich men to marry. Nowadays, most women are so rich that men who are looking for women are looking for a resourceful woman, a woman who is working, who's earning some money to help in the home. They're not going to marry you if you're sitting home doing nothing. They want to see you resourceful, okay? So these days, women have to be resourceful. And the unfortunate thing is when some man, think the reality of a man has to dominate. It's different from a man being a leader. Okay, a man being dominating the woman, even though the woman is the one that's bringing in the money and still wants to feel like, hey, you have to cook for me morning, afternoon, evening. And and I remember there was one lady who said that the husband expects her in America. The husband expects her to cook breakfast. And they are immigrants. And even breakfast is not a Ghanaian thing. Breakfast is not. No. But the husband wants her to cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner for him. And the lady was like, the day that you see pigs flying is that day that I'm going to do that for you. All right, and I'm not encouraging anybody to say that. Well, she never told the husband, but she was just telling me that, well, Grace, the day that pigs fly is the day I'm going to do that for him. I'm not going to do it, you know. And both of them are working. The woman is earning even more than the husband. And, you know, but like I said, if you're not seeing that shift and you still listen to me and you're a man, and you still have that old mentality that I have to dominate, you're missing the mark. I wish that you can get how the shift is going and encourage your woman and just love her, and don't bring in that dominating spirit. No, you just can't do that. You just can't do that, you know? And yeah. Anyway, I've got to go. So go figure out what makes you hungry. And I'm not talking about food, your drive, what makes you hungry. Let me acknowledge some people. I love it when people comment. So Sandra Ofori is watching. Nana Hema. Hi, Nana Hema Prempe. Akosia Tuntum. Oh my goodness. Oh, Nana Hema, you're awesome. And almond trees too. Yep. That's another Denyame lady. Another Denyame queen. Yabi is watching, Barry Keys is watching, Naj, you're right. God bless you, sis. Thanks. 1GH, 1 Ghana. Oh, okay, so you're watching me live from Ghana. Okay. And I've got Al Hassan, Benedicta, Miltexia. All right, guys, I've got to go. Thank you so much. Go find what makes you hungry, and let it work. So if you just joined me, I'm signing off, but please go back and watch it from beginning. It's gonna help you. This is very important. It's gonna help you. All right, love you all. Bye bye now.